One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Snagged in the middle, it's Ballard. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the run, it's Ball. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Jones to throw. He's got it down the middle. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is in the air on fourth down. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
The give to the tailback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball. How about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness, he's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Ballard. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stuff.
There he goes. He's loose at the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. He'll ride his man on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gives it on the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Edwards. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Bunch formation for these receivers. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
Wisconsin, 0.
And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Goes at the 38.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either, with this dude rushing.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to pass, it's Edwards. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Got his man downfield. There he goes to the right. The 40. At the 30. It's a seam wide open. Lowers that short. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Quick pass on the jet motion. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Makes the catch, it's Anthony. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Fires left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking for space. It's Ball. He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires fires to the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's got him. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught close to the marker. It's Mason. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Badgers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass, it's Edwards. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nab them for the defensive holding penalty. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. Goes to the option. He's pulled down after a tough one. Gets it to the 6.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to have. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. with this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going up top. He holds it in, and nobody's close. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Gator! And that one will give him the lead.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Edwards. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Using his legs, it's Dupree. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Snagged out of the air. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. It's a running room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! They had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a crease. It's ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The sure hands, it's Wilson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Line getting set on second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Texas A&M is totally getting wrecked today. You bring Johnny Football back here in his prime, and even he wouldn't change the outcome of this one. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To throw, it's Edwards. Quick strike complete. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th.
Number 7 in punt formation to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. First play of the drive, it's the end around. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You know you have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the first down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Gators! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Badgers want to move quickly. Might be changing the route. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
The Badgers can really attack on this second and short. The RPO, it's complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. The short hands. It's Dupree. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop and get this ball back to my offense.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Runs through the tackle. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.